guys, here I am. Okay, today we're going to be doing a different sort of snowflake. Was following the same theme as we've been doing. Honey, actually, can I have a board? A cutting board? A clean one?
A bucket head?
No, just a flat little red one or whatever will do.
Do you want spaghetti bolognese over it or what?
No, I don't want spag ball over it. If that's okay with you, I could do without the spag ball being all over it. That'd be nice. Thank you very much. You know, because, no. So, basically what we're going to be doing... Hey! Thank you. Yeah.
It's clean, you cheeky little...
I'm checking it because I got paper on it, innit?
Where did you get that?
What?
Where did you get that?
Tanny went and bought me paper. La la. Yes, he did. He went out this morning on his bike and he went and bought me paper. After I lost my shit this morning. Had a minor meltdown and just went, oh! So, there's going to be sticky stuff and glue and all sorts of things today, but...
Hey, hon.
What?
You've actually started your stream and you've actually unmuted yourself.
I know! I started my stream and I unmuted myself. That's pretty good going, eh?
Oh, wait, that's going down on the calendar.
Cheeky fucker. Right. Okay, so, basically, at the start of this, we're going to have 5 of these, or however many I've got in my hand, really.
That's 500.
It's probably 5. No, it's 500 in the thing, so it's less than 500, definitely.
It's 455.
Oh, really? Keep it up, sunshine.
I used to
Right.
do. It's not the best.
4,
Honestly.
5. Seriously, I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to seriously kick your ass in a minute. Right. 1, 2,
4,
3,
6, 12,
4.
82.
Have you quite finished? Have you quite finished?
Nope, I've already just started.
No, you've only just started. Of course he's just started. Right.
So how many was that?
There's 9 there, actually.
You sure?
Yes.
It could have been the
I
next
just
one.
want to have a look at the side of that. Yeah, that's fine. Right, okay, that's what I want. So we want it to be quite stable. So what we have to do, I'm going to get out my handy-dandy not ruler, but kind of flat thing. All right?
That's supposed to go on the wall.
I know it's supposed to go on the wall. Why is it not gone on the wall, honey?
Because it's not Christmas.
Because it's not a Christmas one. Right. So we're going to try and get these as even as possible because we want them as even as possible. Okay, so I don't actually have a ruler at this point. So we're going to get these down as far as we can, as close as we can to being even. Pretty good at eyeballing it, to be honest. It's probably about 1 mil out or half a mil out on different ones. Well, if I don't eyeball you, who's going to do it for you, love? Not me.
Not you.
Not me. Right. Okay. So these are going to be very, very different to the ones that we did yesterday with the paper bags. These ones are going to be sculpted a little bit. And we're going to create this out of these paper strips, which is going to be awesome. And it's going to take a little bit of work. It's going to be a little bit fiddly, but we're going to get to use glitter.
Oh my God.
Which is awesome. Probably be eating glitter for a while because I'm going to have to. The board's here, but you know. Hey? You are.
You are.
You are.
No, you are.
You are. Our bed could do with a little bit of glitter. He won't let me paint the headboard.
You're not painting the headboard.
Aww. I'll only paint half of it. How's that? Right. Okay. We're almost there. And we will use all of these just for the record. We probably have to do some more later on. I just want to get as many done as possible right now. Nope, we're nearly at the end of this paper. Yep, there we go. So that's eyeballed as much as we can. It's around about a centimetre strip. Just pop that back in there. Ta-da-ta-ta. Right, and... oh, actually, I'm going to need that back out as a guide for my niff. For my little scalpel niff. Right. Because we're going to get these all cut out together, or as close as we can. Right. I think quite a few of those cut out already, so it just feels like it's sliding a little bit, possibly because some of them are actually already cut out. Ooh, just missed a bit up the top. It's all good. It is what it is. Right. Okay. These ones are done. Ah, come on, would ya? There we go. Right. Okay. So our first little strips are just there. I'm going to keep going and cut all these out so that we've got them all ready to go.
You forgot to make me a cup of tea.
You forgot to make me a cup of tea.
I've made you 2 today. 3, 4.
There, never mind. So you won't mind. You've had some practice. You can make another one now. Oh gosh.
You finish yet?
No, I haven't finished yet. Will you stop it?
Stop what?
Being a top.
I can.
Why?
It's nearly Christmas.
I don't know why, but that bit there is not wanting to do its thing. Like cut. That's okay. What now? What now? God, what now? It's up to me again. Right, okay. So first two little strips. Okay. Ooh. Oh, they all came off quite nicely that time. Yay! Right. Just going to put that across that way. So I want to try and keep these as close together as possible, but without getting the strips all mixed up, because obviously it's slightly different because I just eyeballed the measurements. It's basically the width of the A4 paper. What we're trying to do is make as many different decorations very, very cheaply, very, very easily. Oh God, what's that doing? Stop that. Not allowed to do that. What is this crap? Right. So that, you know, oh, there's that one. Right, these are being a bit arsey. That's okay. We'll sort them. Okay, there's another one. Oops. Is this one working? Does this one come off? No. Because let's be fair, you know, Christmas is pretty expensive anyway, and sometimes we don't have a lot of money for doing a lot of things. So it's nice to be able to use what we have or what we normally have around the house to just make what we're doing, right? So we're just gonna keep on cutting all of these out. Ooh, stringy bit. Right. Okay. There's some more. And just keep cutting these strips out until our whole piece is done, and then I'll show you where we go from there. So I know it's very boring, but feel free to say hi.
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 Hello. No, because I can actually chat and do this at the same time, which is kind of cool.
And not lose your fingers.
And not lose my fingers. That's at least that's the hope. Because I can do without losing my fingers. Kind of need those. Hey, Duck, how you doing, sweetheart? How are you? Okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just making sure I don't take my fingers off while I do this. Yeah, I'm good. I'm actually good. It's been a bit of a day, but, you know, like all days, we get through it and we're out the other side. So that's always a good thing. And I still get to stream, so I'm all happy. Happy, happy, happy. How are you doing? All right, darling. Lurk away and have a good stream. I started a bit late today. I know that. I'm sorry. Well, thank you.
I really am.
Okay. Okay. Right. The other thing you could do, instead of using A4 paper, is if you have some old books around that are falling to pieces, or, you know, you work in a charity shop and you know there's books there that they're not going to put on the shelves because they are too ratty or whatever. You could always use those, which makes it a really nice thing to do for a recycle project. Yeah, bank statements if that's what you choose to do. You know, or whatever paper you've got around the house, really. Doesn't matter. But as long as it's all, use the kind of basic measurements, which is if you're going to use a book that's, you know, about A5 size, I'd use the lengthways, not the widthways. So yeah, because you kind of need the length for some of it. Not for all of it, but for some of it. Okay. Almost done. Come on. Do that bit. Do that bit. There we go. Alrighty. Dun, 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 dun. Right. There we go. Next one. We're about halfway there at this point. We've got quite a few strips going on. No, you can't see them all, but we're going to get there. Ooh. What happened there? I think I hit the wood. Oops. So unlike the paper bag ones, I probably wouldn't suggest doing this one with kids unless you've got older kids. You could cut the strips with scissors if you wanted to, but you can only do a couple of sheets at a time. I'm doing this way because it saves time, saves a bit of work, but there is a little bit of fiddly stuff that we have to do in a bit when we start getting on with it. All right. Oh, come on. That's one. Okay. Here we go. Here's some more. Alrighty. Some more threads. Yeah, we're just over halfway. Okay. This is where my steel ruler would come in handy, but it's still at my son's house, so right. Why, thank you. Oh, you bought me food. I wouldn't put it on there unless you're going to move that. Thank you. Oh, wow. He's been busy baking. I love it when Tanny starts baking. He's very good at it. That way. There's numbing noises coming from the kitchen. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oops. Nom 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 nom. I can't touch mine until I've finished cutting these out, otherwise I'm going to get messy fingers. Hey? Well, it's just come out of the oven, hasn't it? Nom 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 nom. Okay. So, yeah. Tanny has just finished making this. And I'm just like looking at it going, oh, look, bacon. Yummy bits. Gimme. Gimme. Damn it. It's stuck in there. God damn. Can't eat it yet. It's too hot. Right. Yum. Looks and smells amazing, honey. Nom, 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 nom. Right. Ooh, that one came across nicely. That's good. Practice, people, practice. That's the name of it. Practice. Hey? You touch it, I will stab you. There's more in the kitchen. You're not touching mine. I will stab you. Stop it. Be nice. No, he says. What am I going to do with him?
I'll probably have indigestion though.
Yeah? Oh. Right. Oh, flip. That went right over that. Stick servers down. Ooh. That's no fun. Any particular reason? Oh. Alright, so we've got these here. Oh, flip. Hang on a sec. Ugh. This would be much easier if I had my guillotine too, but you know, we use what we've got. And that's the whole point of what I'm doing this week, is just showing you guys that you can make some pretty effective stuff with just what you've got. You don't need anything fancy. I have lots of fancy things. But this week we're not going to be using fancy things. We're just using paper bags, paper, a couple of pairs of scissors, a little bit of glitter, not even using a proper ruler. You know, can't afford it. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of things that we pay a lot of money for over Christmas. Decorations shouldn't have to be one of them. Right. Okay. And I think it makes it a little bit more special when you actually make your own stuff, actually. Because when you unpack them the year after, it's like, oh, I remember when I made that. There we go. We're almost done. I know this is a very boring bit, guys, but it's all part of the process. Right, okay. I just got a message from a friend of mine who's a blacksmith. He's an artistic blacksmith, Nick Packham. And it's like, I hope I'm the first person to put a Christmas tree on your phone. If luck is a raindrop, I'll send you a shower. If hope is a minute, I'd send you an hour. If happiness is a leaf, I'll give you a tree. And if you need a friend, you will always have me. Aww! That's really sweet.
Give me the bucket.
Give me the bucket, really? Yeah, so Nick Packham, guys, go check him out on Facebook because, quite honestly, his work is absolutely out of this world. I spent a couple of weeks with him. He's based in Milton Keynes in the UK, and I spent a couple of weeks with him and learnt some things and did some stuff.
You did.
I did. No, he's taught me. I made my own little spell stick for in the fires. It's like a poker, but it's got a little twist in the middle that you can put a little spell in there, or a little wish, or a little prayer, or something. And I even put like a swan head on it. Oh, I was quite chuffed. So when I get my stuff, I will show you. Be a few weeks yet, probably months, but you know, I will show you. But yeah, go check out Nick Packham on Facebook, Nicholas Packham. Some of his metal sculptures are absolutely bonkers. I mean, absolutely bonkers. So yeah. Lovely, lovely guy as well. Does a lot of work with kids, goes into the schools and does their special year projects. Yeah, it's been quite awesome actually. He does a lot of really awesome work. Right, there we go. He's also the one who started teaching me how to do wood carving, which is kind of cool. Which I will be getting more into next year when I've got my stuff. Because I have a staff to finish, or rather a broomstick handle. Yes. So right now though, we're still cutting out strips. They're centimetre wide strips, guys. They're around centimetre wide. Approximately. They've been eyeballed at around about a centimetre wide. Excuse me. That's the bacon. Oh, I'm blaming the bacon.
Where do you get that bacon from? Morrison's?
Was it Morrison's?
Morrison's. I'll tell you what, I'll get that again.
Yeah, it's not bad, that cooking bacon. Right. Right. Why is that not going through? It's got a knife, it's a piece of paper, go through. Right. No, it's not quite a very straight cut on this one, to be honest. But you know what? Don't beat yourself up. Because it can all be fixed when we get it all together. Right. So, got that. I'll straighten those out afterwards. There'll probably be ones that I cut the ends off because we have to have different lengths. So, we'll see how we go. So they're a little bit stringy, but the ones that are a little bit mangled on the ends, that's what you can do with that, is that you can use those as your shorter pieces that you'll need afterwards. So it will tidy them up. No one will be any the wiser, which is kind of cool. Of course, I'll never hear the end of it from him over there, but you know. Hopefully.
Good morning, you know.
You don't know what I'm on about? No. Oop, here we go. Look out. Some of them are already cut off. Let's pop those over there. They want to come off already. This one seems to want to as well, but I don't think it's gone all the way through, all the way down. So I want to... No. Right, so those bits have, though. That over there. Yep. Okay. And one more cut to do. we're going to have to press fairly heavily on this because it could move. So we're going to be as careful as we can be with that. Oi. Oi. Oi.
See, they're remaking Lion King, aren't they?
Are they? They're remaking Lion King. Why?
It's the new digital arts, you know.
This is where I get a little bit upset about this because I know how hard it is to make a reel do the stuff, and to remake something that is an absolute classic seems to me to be a bit of a waste, honestly. And it kind of loses something for me, a lot of the remakes. Right, so we can put our little sharp thing down for a bit. Well, at least for now. Now we're going to keep one. We're going to sort these out. So we've got one that's quite decent. That one's been a little bit mangled. This one's been a little bit mangled. Because we do have to make them at different lengths. So if we keep the ones that are less mangled for the long strips, or at least less mangled, we need 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're going to be our long strips. Then the other ones, we will work on those afterwards. But first off, we're going to use these ones. All right. So what we have to do, according to the instructions, because I did read the instructions actually at one point, which is kind of cool. Right. We're going to fold those over like that. All right. But we have to stick them. We're going to have to stick them. Okay. So they've got to be, we've got to stick them on the end. Now, I have my PVA. I've just got to remember where I put it. Where did I put it? I think it's down here. Oh, that's more paint. Oh, that feels like PVA. Hang on. I almost got it. Almost got it. You sit there and clap at me and I will throw something heavy at you. No, not the quiche. Right. Okay. So what I might do is I have a couple of these that I got from the glue sticks that we used yesterday. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue in these. All right. So we're going to put a little bit of glue straight in there. Don't need loads and loads and loads. And stop dripping. Okay. There we go. We've got some glue. Right. We've got that. But what we also need, do you have that thread that I threw at you? Or did you fling it back at me?
I don't know where I put it.
You don't know where you put it? Oh, well that's handy. All right.
Because it hurt.
Did it hurt? There, then never mind. You'll live.
I can't remember where I put it, actually.
You really can't remember where you put it?
No, I put it
Oh no. Okay, so basically what we have to do is we get these to stick together. So that's going to be all kinds of fun in a minute. Oh, don't you bugger. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of thread. And just a little bit. We don't need all of that, but just a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to coat the end with a bit of PVA. Then what we're going to do, because this is where it starts getting tricky and sticky and all sorts of weirdness, right? Let's wipe off a bit of the extra of that because we don't really need all of it. We're going to start winding this thread around very carefully so it holds everything in position. You want your thread to be kind of the same size, same color as whatever you're using so that we can hold it all together. And just keep winding it very carefully. As close together as you can get it. If you've got more time or more patience than me, I don't have a shocking lot of patience for this kind of thing, but you know, you want to try and do as good a job as you can, but you want to wind it together so that when it dries, our glue will stick it all nicely. All our pieces will be nicely. I'm going to go backwards because I know that I haven't filled it all in either. So, but as you can see, like the glue is starting to pull out from the papers, and that's normal because that's glue that we don't need. But this is just being holding carefully to do its thing. Hang on. I want the lid off this. Hey, Asika, how are you doing, sweetheart? How are you doing? Hope you've had a good day. There we go. Right, so that's our first bit there. You just woke up. Oh, bless ya. Okay, so we're just going to set that to the side for now because that's one of those. And we need another 5 of those so that we're going to make a 6-pointed snowflake. Right. So, going to get another strip of cotton. Well, I hope you had a nice sleep. Hope you had some good rest. So again, we're going to bend that over there. Oi, stop being silly. Do as you're told. Right. Do as you is told. Okay. Me and the cat had a great sleep. That is awesome. I am so pleased to hear it. Okay, and we're going to dip that in the glue, but we're also going to wipe off the excess because we don't need it all, and start winding on again, winding our thread round again. Thinking about going jogging. Wow. Yeah, I'd be thinking about that for a while, and I'm still thinking. I think I started thinking about jogging in 2000 and no, it was definitely 1992. Okay, stop thinking about that. Yeah, I can understand that. I think I went for a run once.
From the coppers?
I think it was from a mugger. Yeah, if I start running, everyone else should be as well, because there's obviously something chasing me, and it's not very nice. Right.
That's clever.
What?
You know you're all about doing gingerbread.
Yes.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Put me off the idea when the guy who made jogging popular here dropped dead of a heart attack while jogging. Yeah, I know, right? See, the other thing is, okay, that's the next one done. Got a little bit of excess glue on that one, so we're going to get rid of that. The other thing is, it's very bad for your knees, especially if you do road running. It'll actually grind your knees away. I had a friend who was bigger than me, started jogging, got down to a tiny little size, almost probably a third of the person they used to be, and found out very quickly that they couldn't walk very well, and went and got their knees checked and found out they'd literally ground away their knees. They had no cartilage left in their knees whatsoever, and ended up needing knee replacements, but they were 20 years too early for a knee replacement. Which kind of sucks, to be honest. Right.
I want this for our house.
What do you want for our house, love?
I know you're busy.
Yeah. No.
What?
No.
What? You're going to keep watching it?
I've seen it. The answer is no to that. What Tanny was just showing me. What he showed me was the picture, which I think a few of you will have seen off Facebook. It's a video of a guy who walks up to a window, and all of a sudden a shark jumps out at him. But it's actually just a CG shark. And it looks like the glass is breaking. Is that right?
Yeah.
When he hits it? Yeah. No, screw that. No thanks. All right. As you can see, as I put throughout, even though I've wiped off the glue, the excess is definitely coming out, which is fine. But this will hold it all together, so it's nice and stable. All right. Okay. Oops. Oops. I don't want to really get sticky fingers because I've got a few of these to do, and I don't need sticky fingers for part of it. So, you know, not so much fun. Right. Okay. There we go. There's 3 of them. Ooh. It's getting very exciting. Right. Get another piece of thread. Oh. Stop eating the thread. No, I'm just holding on to it. I'm not eating it, I promise. I got a piece of quiche there.
She's hungry.
Tanny made me quiche. We made us quiche, which is really sweet of him because he's very good at it. But problem is that when he makes a quiche, he makes a full-size one, and we tend to go through it very quickly because they are that good. But, you know, at least it means not cooking for a couple of days. Hey, hon.
Well, that'll be gone by tonight.
That'll be gone by tonight. Maybe for you. All right. All right. Here we go. Another one. So that's 4 of those. Sticky. Right. Grab our other one. There are 9 layers of these, just for those who don't know. 9 layers of the strips. The strips are about 1 centimetre long, and they are the width of an A4 piece of paper. These ones are. The next ones will be a little shorter, about 1 inch shorter, and the ones after that will be about half the width. So, but you'll see why in a bit. When I get to that bit. Right, give us a thread. Give it. Right. Oi. Right. I'll do. Hey?
Same length.
Yeah.
It looks like you've got an hair coming out your nose.
It does not look like I've got hair coming out my nose. You are so naughty. Right. Okay. That last one didn't have as much glue on it as the others, but I want to make sure that we have enough that it's going to hold properly. We don't need to sort of like pin it down with our fingers, because once we start winding it, it's going to stick anyway. So that's kind of cool. So as much as it is a messy one to do, it's not as messy as it could be. But then again, I guess that depends on who's doing it. Get some more of that on there, because I want to make sure that that completely sticks down. Ooh, it's being a bugger. Right, there we go. So that's number 5. Just want to put a little bit more glue on the edges of this one because it looks dry. Anywhere there's a dry thread, it can catch and it can rip the whole thing apart. So we don't want that to happen. We've got better things to do with our time over Christmas than fix the decorations we didn't quite get right in the first place. Right. Okay. Next thread. Ta-da-da-da-da-da. Oops. Wait. Wait a fucking minute. Gotcha. Right. We'll dip it in there. We want about 1 centimetre's worth on the end. So we want the glue to get in there. So about 1 centimetre up the thing. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, just around about that. Okay, so there's no accurate measurements here. We're just using what we've falling a lot of it. But as long as our eyeballs are fairly accurate, we're all good. Because we don't all have rulers, we don't all have measuring tape. It's just using what we've got and figuring it out from there. So that's the whole idea of this. Nip, 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 do. Doopy doopy doo, ba doopy doo. Oh. Right. So got this kindly nicely wrapped around. All kind of good stuff. Right, there we go. That's our 6 of our big ones. We've got 6 of those. The next one we have to do has to be about 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters or 3 centimeters or about that much smaller than the other one. So now I have my hanging straps. Am I going to make the tube train? No, Seeker. Not making a tube train. I'm sorry. Right. So
They're to tie me up on the night time.
no, they're not to tie you up over night time. I have gaffer tape for that. Right.
Spoil all my fun.
Yeah, right, whatever. Okay, I'm going to get my scissors out for this one because I just want it to go straight across. Like I said, we did have a few cock-ups with the cutting of the ends of these, but that's okay because we're going to use these ones as the shorter ones, or start the shorter ones. Alright, so we're going to get rid of those. We need 12 of these, okay, so you need to have 12. And we have plenty that we've made a little bit of a mess on, so that's fine. Okay, so these ones are a little bit all over the place on the ends because they've been a bit cut and taut and what have you. So if we get that there, I'm just going to get my finger in between those because I don't want to get them mixed muddled up. That should probably just about do it, and we'll cut that about there. Right, so that's our first two of those. 1 and 2. Got another one under here which is a little bit dodgy, so we're going to pull that one out. And oh, that's really dodgy. Right, okay, just get that bit off. No, I don't know. We'll put it on the back. Right. I'm going to put that smaller piece there, so that's going to be easier than holding a whole strip of already cut ones. That's 3. This one. Let's get that one in there. Come on. Down you go. Wind up a bit. Yes. You do that. Right, that's 4, 6. Oh, I'm getting cramps in my toes. Hang on. I just got to put my foot up. Sorry, guys. Oh, flip. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh. I'm going to have to cut some more strips. That's not surprising because it does take a little bit of doing this. Right. 5. Just look for the end that isn't as tidy as the other end because there's always going to be one end that isn't as good. So unless you have a guillotine that is absolutely perfect, and I don't have one of those just now, so we're just going to eyeball it all. There we go. Nope. I'm trying not to cut your finger. Get your finger out the way of the blades. That's always a good plan. We don't want to get our fingers in the way of things. So 6. This one's looking a little bit. Okay. Yeah, all right, we're going to do it up the other end. I think up this end. Because we've got a few that we've kind of cut a little bit wrong. Six, 7. Well, they're not wrong. They're just not as pretty as the others. Shall we just put it that way? Let's just put it that way. That would be a more positive way of looking at it. Right. 7. I'm gonna just put those ones aside because they're actually really good ones, and for the next bit we need some really, really nice ones because we're going to cut the piece of paper in half, or cut the strips in half for the other side. So yeah, okay, right, alrighty, there we go. Take that bit off. Right, so that's 8. Got these for 9. Okay, Sika, thank you for stopping in, sweetheart. Have a really good evening. 9.10. Ooh, that one's a bit wide. That's okay. 11. And 12. Right. This one's a little bit wider too, but that's all right. No big. Not that bothered. Oop. I think they're the end. Oh, will you stop it? Right. Okay. There we go. Missed a bit. Right. Let's get that trimmed off there. There we go. Right. So we've got our 12 slightly smaller strips. They're about that much taken off. So whether that's 2.5 centimeters, 3 centimeters for you, or an inch, or a bit of an inch and a bit more, whatever, that's fine. Doesn't really want to be like 2 inches or 5 centimeters. That would be too big, too much. Okay, like I said, we're eyeballing it all, so, and we're doing that on purpose. Okay. Right, so we're going to do exactly the same with these as we did with the other ones. And we're going to bend them over like that to make our loop. Oop. Oh, that one wasn't quite cut straight either. There we go. Right. We're going to dip it in our PVA. So we've got about 1 centimeter or almost, well, about that much. Okay, about that much in the glue, right? And then we're going to get our thread and we're going to start winding it around again, because this is the best way to keep it all stables. And it helps to squeeze out the excess glue so we don't end up with a soggy bottom. Soggy bottoms, unloved in cooking and baking especially, and very much unloved in crafting. Right, so most maligned. Right, there we go. That's that first one of those. Like I said, we've got 12 of these ones, so that's all fun and games. That, yeah, and for the length of thread I'm just using basically an arm's length, so it's not huge, but it's enough to wind around it twice, so, and that will hold it all together, which would be great. Right, that's what we want, like that there. Do. Okay. Uh-oh. Just try and keep the thread as close to itself as you can. You don't want to have it too bunched up on itself because you'll end up with a chunky bit that you don't really want. And if it doesn't go around all the way, that's fine because that means that you've got it closer to itself, which is just as good. All right. So that's number 2. Wipey that off. Ugh. It's so sticky. Not used to all this glue stuff. Right. We'll get to our winding. As you can see, I'm hoping you can see from there, you can get the glue starts to pour out from in between the sheets, which is fine, but also means that this will dry a lot more stably, a lot more stable than it would if it didn't have that. You can, of course, if you're feeling very excited. Hi, Avenger.
Do you think you're doing?
Thank you so much for the host. How are you doing? All right. Ow. Right, hey, get off. Get off, get off, get off. Right. Saw the apartment this morning. Cool. Did you get it? Did you get it? Do you know if you've got it? Okay. Got to fill out the paperwork first. Well, chop chop. Oh, man. Cool. Get it all done. Were there more than you looking at it? Was there a few people looking at it? I would imagine that house hunting at this time of the year would be a nightmare for most people. Go. Only one other. Oh, well, that's all right. You got a decent chance. You've got a decent chance. Okay. That's 4 of those. Yeah. It's all gooey. Well, there's a 50-50 split. Be down to who the landlord likes the best, I would imagine. But I gave a time frame, so I may be lucky. You might be. You could be. $1,000 for initial move, then only 500 after that. Well, that's not bad. That's pretty good. That's a month, right? Because I know you guys in the States do things by a month, like over here. Whereas in Oz, that would be a week. Right, so that's 5.
Yes, they have put snakes in the game.
They have put snakes in the game?
Yeah, look, there's one chasing me now.
Oh no! It's chasing you?
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. Well, that's a reasonable amount for rent, to be honest, you know? Here we go. That's 6. That one over there. Nice and nicely lined up there. Yeah. Okay. Do. Seven. Right. I'm just going to get my thread off first this time. get my other leg up because I'm starting to feel, ooh, a bit crampy. So that's not fun. That's not fun. All right. And I'm only trimming the ends if they're excessively badly lined up. Okay, so most of that will be covered up by the rest of the crafting, but if it's not too bad, but if it is quite significantly not well lined up, then I'm gonna have to snip it. Gonna have to snip the tip. Hey, Tanny.
Mm-hmm. Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. Oh.
If you say so, dear.
He's very busy in his 7 days to die at the moment, so we're just gonna keep on trucking.
Yep.
Yep. Yes, dear. Bless ya. Right.
Yes, dear.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's gone a bit funny. Hang on. Please don't tear. Please don't tear. Please don't tear. Oh, there we go. Right. That's better. Got a little bit glue spot in the middle of that one, but that's okay because, like I said, we will sort this all out. A lot of the stuff that you see that isn't quite right will be covered up as we move along with the craft, so you don't have to worry too much about it. And I know this isn't really what you're used to seeing from me, but it's Christmas. Let's do some different stuff, innit?
Humbug.
Humbug? I wished you'd be grumpus. Right. Okay.
They go around my hands.
Hmm?
They go around my wrist.
What? They're not going around your wrist. No. No, 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 no. Naughty. Right.
It's raining now.
Is it raining? Do you want to shut the curtains, babe?
Yeah.
It's a bit dark, isn't it?
Peeing down.
Hey?
Peeing down now.
That's alright. It's just as well we don't have to go out, isn't it?
My feet are problems a bit.
Yeah.
Dog's a bucket, I don't know.
You have. You got on your bike for the first time in ages and rode all the way to the supermarket to go and get me some paper.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Because, you know, yeah, that good.
I won't go that far.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Everyone should have a tanny, but you can't have mine. It's almost there. Only got a couple more to go at this size, and then we're going to have to do the smaller size. But to do the small size, we're going to have to cut some more strips because we're out. We've got 2, which will make us 4 of the smaller ones, plus we need an extra long one as well for the centre. Right. So that's all that one done. There. Oh gosh. I don't know where to put all these because I'm going to need some space to. I'm going to need something.
Pass me that plate and then.
You can get off that plate. Come here.
No.
Come here.
No.
Give me here. Yeah.
Oh my God, you jeans.
Yeah, it's all over me jeans. It's all right. It's only just PVA. We'll survive it. They'll have to go in the wash. Oh, well, there's a problem. Right. Let's get these happening. You all right, dear?
I'm fine. Yep.
Yep, I'm fine.
Sure.
You'll. Why would it not be? There's something you're not telling me? Right. All right. That's number 11. Honey,
Yeah.
is the other board available?
Yeah.
Can you use it, please? What? You're just sore because I ain't sewing. Because then I wouldn't need it. Yeah. Bloody tempting at times, I can tell you. Right. Hey? Thank you, darling. I'll pop that there so I can use it in a bit. Oops, sorry. It's just underneath the camera. All right. See, this is the kind of thing that you can do in front of the telly. If you've got like a little tray table or something like that, you can do this in front of the telly.
We're not getting a tray table.
Hey?
We're not getting a tray table.
We got no room for a tray table for a start.
We're not getting a tray table.
I've got one. You don't need to get one. I've got one. You can sort of just make up all your loops and have them sit overnight so that they'll dry, or for however long. Just do 2 or 3 at a time then, if that's what you wanted to do, because obviously I'm only making one today, because this is going to take a little while to do. But yeah, you can get yourself organised, make a few, have a bit of a production line going, you know. So there we go. Right, we've got 6 of our big ones, we've got 12 of the medium-sized ones, and now we have to make the small ones. The small ones are going to be half the width of the A4 strips, the width-sized A4 strips we do. But you will see that in a second, because obviously that's what I will be doing. But I've got to cut some more out first. Let's get those done. Just going to pop this up on my gar. Oh. Just sit, okay? Really? It's going to cause me grief, this. Seriously, it's going to cause me major, major grief. Hang on a second. What, that one? Please don't throw them around. Thank you, Mr. Tully. Right. We need 9. 9 sheets we're using. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, there we go. And those sheets can go over there, and they will sit there because, you know, they will. Right, what we're going to do now is going to use some of the strips that we've already made to gauge what we need to do for the others. So if I have a, where's my pencil gone? Oh, there it is. Right. On there. One there. That's 1. Like I said, I'm not doing the whole sheet. I'm just going to do enough that we need for this project, which is another 6 of these. Oh no, hang on. 2, 4. I need 12, so I need another 4 of these, another 5, because I need one for the center as well. So I'm just going to mark those there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can eyeball this better, and it looks better. Honestly, that's better. I'd eyeball it. I'll just eyeball it. Right. Okay. So we're going to get that all sparkled up. Lined up. Sorry, not sparkled up. Sparkled up is later. Right. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And we're going to do 1 for luck. Because you never know what could happen. Right, so pop that over there. I'm actually going to cut these with my scissors rather than get the knifey thing out again. Because this might be a little easier doing it this way. Right, and they have to be a little bit more We can't cut the ends off of these if they screw up, so because we need to cut them in half. Oh, balls. I think I've screwed it. I've fluffed it. Just as well I did one for luck, I think, because I've completely fluffed that. Let me just... I might have to get the knife out after all. Buggeration! Right, okay. Let's get that all lined up again. And I'll start from this end. So hopefully we'll get it a bit better. Yeah. So kids, this is how you don't do it. Alright, so we're going to get rid of those because that was our one for luck. Which turned out is what we needed. It's one for luck. So yeah, we don't need that right now. We're going to put those away there. I'm going to get this out again. That there. I'm going to trim that side actually because that's quite bad. It's very bad. I'm sorry. But you know, we all make mistakes, and part of all of our learning process is making these mistakes, so I'm kind of cool with it. Let's see, that's still not cutting through. Get off. Get off! Right. So we got those. Yay! Like I said, it's a good idea to do one for luck, because in case you balls it up. Right. Sometimes it's good to have 3 or 4 for luck. Oh! I really shouldn't have said that. I really should not have said that. Let's see if I can keep this as close as I can, because I really don't want to have to do another one. I'm going to help it. I don't like wasting. It feels like a big waste. But... uh-oh. No, that's not the paper, that's the thing. Oops. There we go. Right. That's only through a couple of sheets, so we can probably get away with that on the inside. If we fold that over on the inside. So we should be able to get away with that. I'm hoping. We should. Or we could use it for our inside roundy bit, which is probably a good idea. I'm going to put that one over there so it's away. Right. Now, down this bit. There we go. 4. Seriously? Please don't. No. So I'll get those off for a second. There we go. So I'm going to have better luck with these ones. Don't beat yourself up over cock-ups. Either it's a learning experience or you can learn, well, all of them are a learning experience really. They teach you how not to do something or how to fix something. So it's all good. At the end of the day, it's not a bad thing. So I'm going to well and truly out the way. That's all to do with that. Go on there. They may not be the most beautiful, but we can cover up most of what's gone.
So they're not like you, then?
Hey?
They're not like you.
What do you mean?
Beautiful.
Aww. What are you after? What are you after? Oh. Let's get. Right, there we go. Okay. I'll put that to one side because that'll be for later on. What we're going to do with these is we're going to fold them in half and then we're going to pretty much figure out where the middle is, which is, by the looks of it, there. And then we're going to snip it right down the middle. And we are going to snip it down the middle with our snipperators, otherwise known as scissors. We're going to use the snipperators. So now we've got two lots that are much smaller. Right. And we're going to do the same with this one. Now, please be careful. I don't want anyone coming back and going, blue said. So I'll end up with a bunch of A&E doctors, you know. Do it however it's comfortable for you. I've been cutting things for a long time, so, you know, a little bit more comfortable doing weird stuff. But try and be a little bit more sensible. Keep the blades away from your fingers. That'd be good. No one wants to lose a finger for Christmas. No one wants to lose a finger for Christmas. Right. Right. Now we've got all our strippy bits. We're going to do exactly with those what we did with the other ones. Here we are. Right. Oop. I'm going to get our glue back. There it is. And our thread back and start doing the loops, the smaller loops. Right. So we're going to grab those, fold them in half. Dip them in the glue. Then we're going to wind our thread around as a stabilizer, and it helps to squish out the glue that's not needed, so it doesn't take a gazillion hours to dry, which is probably a really, really good thing at this point. Right. Now you could, if you really, really wanted to, really wanted to, you could probably sit there and stick each page or each strip down onto another strip individually, but I don't think it's really that necessary. And I think that's taking things a little bit too far, you know. So, okay, that's that one. This pile is going all over the shop, and it's not being very good. Right. I think that one belongs to that one, actually. May do. I don't know. We'll figure it out in a minute. I'll count them. Right. So you got one done. We've got to do 12 of these as well. Then we're going to do the circular bit in the middle. Just going to have a little circle in the middle. Middle. Right. Pardon. So dip our little papery bit under the paper loop in our glue again. Grab our thread. I'm holding it over the glue pot because it will drip, because part of what the cotton does is to push out the glue from between the sheets that we don't need, which is really good. Right. Don't need that drippy stuff. Right. There's number 2 of the little whittle ones. Now we've got to count these because I can't be guaranteed that there's 9. In fact, that looks far more than 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 2 piles put together by the looks of this. All right. So that's 9. Let's get some more thread. Now, it is a bit of a time-consuming process, but you know what? It's going to be worth it in the end. And it's still cheaper than buying them at the shop, so, you know. And you made it yourself. It's an accomplishment at the end of the day. Give your hands something to do while you're watching the TV. So, you know, you're not up to mischief things. I'm going to give Tanny the glue pot later while we're watching a movie.
What?
Nothing, dear.
What are you rubbing me for? I'll set it all quiet and content and just minding my own business.
Mm-hmm.
Lining up some pranks.
Lining up some pranks. Yeah.
Me?
Would he ever? Yeah, he would. He so would. Right. That's 3. Ooh. Can't wait to see all this put together because I'm getting quite excited about it, to be honest. Right, I need to make sure that I've got enough now in this stack because I think I nicked one and put it in the other stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I did not. Whoa! Well, that's a bit clever, wasn't it?
Was for you.
I know. Especially after today. Today's start. Oh my god. Right, okay. Right. I'm going to get that in there. Alrighty. What are you up to? You've started what? What have you done? What have you done? Uh-oh. What's this? What is it?
I've decided to do her loops, but I decided to put tongue twisters in there.
Okay.
So the first one is beef like a pepper pickle. She has to read
Tanny! You're a turd nugget! You're gonna get screamed at. Poor Grinny. So gonna get screamed at by poor
Right.
Grinny.
And I've only got 150 to go through.
No, really?
Yeah. So the first one I put on is 6 sticks, hicks, nicks, sticks, slicks, spricks, and picks and sticks. So imagine she, you know how Grinny always, if she reads it, she's going to come up with a few of these.
She's gonna kill you. You're a dead man walking. I'm glad you made the quiche first. That's our 5. These little ones are a little bit more fiddly, but that's okay. We don't mind that. We don't mind that at all. It's all good. Right. That looks too many to be 9. Let me just see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It was too many for 9. Oh, getting good at this, you know. Figuring this stuff out. Right. That's 6. Halfway there. Woo! Then we can start putting it all together. It's very exciting. What?
Crack on.
I'm cracking on. I need a bit of a sip of my tea, though. It's been a while. You're waiting to hear Granny scream, aren't you?
No, she's not reading them all.
She's not reading them out?
No.
Really? I think she knows you too well, Mr. Tanny. Eh? That she knows you too well. 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3.
I'll put down, you have to read the loops.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 7 in that one. So which one has got a couple of extras? I don't know, but I'm putting that one there. We're going to have to count them to make sure that we've got the right numbers now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 9 on that one. So just going to flip that one over straight away. I'm going to trim that a little bit because it's got a sticky outy bit. We don't want the sticky outy bits. There we go. Five, 6, 7. Yeah, got all gluey pants. My pants are all gluey. Sticky. That pastry is actually quite really yummy. If you put down that she's got to read them out.
No.
No. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9.
She's got other people doing it as well, so.
Uh-huh. That's 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ta-da! This one's very odd shaped, right? So we're going to definitely trim off a bit of that. Like I said, it's all right to have a little bit of out of placeness, but not entirely. Nine, only 3 more to go. Yay! I just need a bit of a stretch, actually. And some sustenance.
Really?
Yeah. It's sitting there.
I know it is. That's why I'm going to take it, isn't it?
You aren't going to take it in a minute. Right. Now, I think this one is 9. I could be wrong. We're going to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that one's 9. So between those 3, there should be 18 strips. So we're going to actually turn that one on the inside because one of those strips, only one of them though, has a bit of a kink in it.
Feel a bit kinky?
Yeah, it's feeling a bit kinky. Right.
Why has he got a kink in it?
I don't know. Because it was born that way. I'm not going to ask the paper its motives for its kinkiness.
I would.
Why? Judgy?
Very.
Ten. Oof. Get that off. I know it's a bit of a long-winded process, but you know what? It'll be worth it in the end. It will be worth it in the end, I promise you. Promise, promise, promise. Right, we're going to get rid of those. Now, this also has a bit of a kink on the end, so we're going to get rid of that. It's not going to make a shocking lot of difference to the length of it. So, I just want to tidy it up where we can. You know, we don't want it to be perfect. If it was perfect, it was made by a machine. And we aren't machines, we're human beings. Well, some of us pixies, but you know. What are you doing?
I wasn't signed into Loops, was I?
Hey?
I wasn't signed into Loops.
Were you not?
No.
Oh no. So it wasn't coming up.
Wait for it to come up. It might go.
Oh, you have to check your email, don't forget.
Only if you're not signed in.
Oh.
If you're signed in, then you don't.
Oh.
First one I checked the email, and the next one I've noticed that something went wrong.
Oh.
But I noticed I wasn't signed in, so.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. It should be 12. Why have I got an extra stack of strips? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I've got an extra stack of 7 strips here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. That doesn't make any sense. I'm confused and discombobulated by this. I'm just saying. Because it shouldn't... There shouldn't be an extra strip!
Oh well, it's bonus. Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
Uh-huh. Okay. Ow.
No, where's we got sister anyway?
Hmm?
She mentioned that she was peeing down over there, so she peed down over there.
Yeah, you'll have to tell her off. Sending it up.
Do you think that'll go well?
Hey?
Do you think that'll go well?
Oh, I think she'll just laugh at you.
I think she will as well.
My sister's a very funny lady. My Perkle is awesome. Right. Yeah. Here we go. Sorry, there's a little bit of glue there, but we don't want that. Right. Not on the inside, we don't. We do not want glue on the inside, because they've got to stay our little loopy bits. Right. Now the next bit we've got to do is the little circle that goes in the middle. So we're going to use this extra stack we've got, actually, because I don't think we need a huge thing. What is that? I don't understand. I'm not understanding what I've got next to stack. Right. Make that right there. A little bit evens on the end there. And we're going to tap that down a bit so that we can even off the side, because this one's all over the place. Quite sure how that's happened, but it is. Right. Here we go. Get off, get off, get off, get off. Scissors, get off, get off. Right, now what we're going to do is, have we got any skewers?
No.
Okay, that's all right. I'll just bend it. If you bend this, right, all you have to do is just roll it really carefully. You can put a skewer in it if that's what you feel like, if that would help you to wrap it around, but it's not really that necessary. We don't have any, so I can't do it anyway. So we're just gonna roll it so that we've got a nice little paper roll for in the middle. Now all will become very clear very, very soon.
That's scary.
I know, it is. Kind of got all my bits together.
That'll be a first.
I know, right? Scary.
Where's that calendar? That's 2 I have to mark down today.
2 you have to mark down today, is it? Oh, all right then. If you say so. Right. So we've got our little paper roll, so we're going to have to stick this down, but we're also going to wrap it in cotton as well, which I should have really got the cotton out before I'd done all this. Oh, God. Right. But, you know, being a numpty. Not that I mind. Because, frankly, you know, just an average little fabric artist for most of the time. Do a little bit of clay here and there, but most of the time I work in fabric, so this is totally not. So it's kind of nice to be able to do something a little bit different. I like doing different things because it's fun. And then Tanny looks at me funny, and it's even more fun because I love it when he gets that look on his face like, what the hell are you up to now, woman? That look is just, I know I'm on the right track. Alright, so this one's going to be a little bit more messy to wrap though, because obviously we've had to coat it in the PVA, so it's all very, very sticky. It's very sticky. So for those of you who don't like stick, don't come crying to me, I already warned you. This one's a sticky one. Alright. Okay. So we want that middle bit to be nicely glued, so it's not going to, you know, come apart. Right, so that's our little central little thingy. And right now I'm going to have to ask for my other board back, please, Mr. Tanny. Thank you. Right. So, these are the ones we made earlier. These are the bigger ones and the medium-sized ones. So we're going to put one of those there, one of those there, and one of those there. Now we can do this so we squish them together a bit. And we're going to do that, but we need to line up the bottoms. We do. We have to line up the bottoms, but we also have to stick them down the side. We're going to stick them down the side. But we're also going to add these ones as well. And we have to make 6 of these. So we have 6 parts of our snowflake. See? See, I know what I'm doing. Kinda. Ah, no, it fell off. Ow, balls. Terrible bollocking thing. Right. So the other thing that we have to do as well is we have to stick a cord around the bottom of that, so that it's all stuck together in one spot and it ain't gonna come apart. So I can get it.
Why
Yes,
use your heat gun?
My what?
Heat gun.
My hot glue.
Be instant, won't it?
Yeah, but I got wet glue on it as well. That would stop the hot glue from working properly. This really kind of needs more of a slow kind of thing. Hi. It's a slow dry, honey. A slow dry. What? See the look I'm getting right now, seriously. Oh my god. Right. Okay. Now, there is enough glue on these and they are tacky enough to actually hold themselves together.
Until you pick it up.
Until I pick it up. Which is why I'm going to wrap our thread around the base of this fairly quickly. I don't want it to be too thick, but I also don't want it to be whatever. Anyway, I've got to PVA it. This one's all about the PVA, I'm afraid. You could do it with a glue stick if you wanted to, but if you were going to do it with a glue stick, I would suggest that you would have to stick all the pages together, and that would be a royal pain in the bum. Frankly, not a job I'd want. Right, so we've stuck that down. We're going to get a little bit more of our glue, and just where the thread is dry, we're going to make sure that it's nicely wetted and sticking down. Nicely wetted and sticking down. That's what it needs to do. And that's our first one there. Ta-da! See, there's method. There is method. Now we've got to make another 5 of these.
Then it's definitely madness.
There is definitely madness.
Why didn't you just wipe your hands?
Hey?
You could put your fingers back in the glove.
Hey? Because I've got to get a thread off. Don't pick on me. I'm sitting here looking at your quiche and I can't eat it because I'm on...
I can.
You can sod off. You touch it, I stab you twice. 3 times even. I will fucking snap it off. Don't do it. Nope. You don't get to touch him. He's mine. He's going up here. No, touchy. No. You will behave yourself, young man, and go and get your own. Get your own. Go away. He's mean. He's trying to nick it. Go away. You got a whole one out in the kitchen. You do not need my bit.
Yeah, but it is better.
Sod off.
It's not bad.
Sit off. Right. I might have to make the centre bit a bit bigger, actually. Thinking on this. Thinking very carefully on this. I will have to make the centre bit a bit bigger because these are quite wide. Now, these have got to stick on the actual centrepiece. And if that went on there now, it'd be a bit like, you know, trying to balance a bear on a beach ball, which just not quite so fun. Right. Although amusing, I'm not sure the bear would really enjoy it too much. Right. I think you might get a little bit peeved. So, we're going to have to make that a bit bigger. Probably with the other strip that we've got. It kind of needs to be that kind of bit bigger. Right. That's that one. Let's get 2 of those. And 2 of these. And then we're going to start wrapping. We've got to line them all up. So if you have to squish them together a bit, that doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. You know, they can be as squished together as you want or as far apart as you want. It doesn't really make that much difference. It's just a matter of taste, really. Or what your preference is. Where is this thread gone? Right, okay. Let's run away. Let's get it back where it belongs. On there. And get these threaded up around here. Ah, come on with ya. Right. There we go. That's number 2. Ta-da! It's starting to get very exciting. 1 of those, and 2 of those, and 2 of those. To make another one. To make another one. Right. Okay. Yeah. What? What? No? Okay. Right. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a roly-poly middle bit out of these. Oh, this one. Because that one's way too small, and I think if I do this with the other one, it'll be a lot bigger, and it won't look so much like it's not meant to be there. So we're going to get this going, and it doesn't matter that some of the bits are a little bit skew-iff. We're not really that worried about it. I'm not really that worried about it. Okay, so just rolling up this other one for in the middle. And I think that might just crack it. Let's just put that there. Yeah, that's a much better size for what we need. So what I need to do now is chop off that bit. It doesn't matter that it's all tapered out, it's just a matter of making it easier to wrap and dip and all of that kind of stuff. So It's going to be even anyway because the cotton's going to pull it all together. So even though it's got a bit of a lip on it, you'd be all right. You'd be right. You'd be right. No bothers. Right. Okay. Right. Uh-oh. Right. And I'm going to have to go backwards. Great. It's all good. We have the technologies. We can do this. Just get this over where you guys can see it better. Get that down. So it's actually sticking. We're going to have to swap sides on the fingers here so that I can get that working. That'd be awesome. Right. Here we go. It's been a little bit short, that thread, but again, it's not a huge issue because it's holding down most of it. So yeah, if you're going to do a bigger roundy bit, you need a little bit more thread, but it's not a big deal, I don't think. Right, so that's the difference between those two. We definitely need the full size width of the A4 paper to do the central core. Now I'm all sticky again. Now wipe it all off. Right. Right. Here we go. It is still quite tacky, so we don't need to put any extra glue on this right now, but we will put a little bit on just to wet this thread that we're winding around the whole bunch at the bottom. Okay, just to make sure it seals properly, because that's what we want. We want it to seal properly. Now, if you do end up making it so that you stick all the pages together, you don't have to do the cotton around the thing. And if you do have hours and hours and hours and hours to wait for everything to dry, again, you don't need the cotton around the thing. But I don't. I've just got this stream to do it all in, so I'm just doing it the best I can, which is this way. Right. Right, so that's... Ooh, flip, missed a bit. Get down there. Right, so that's 3. Just put those there, I think, right out the way. So they're not going to get squished or trod on or anything. Or flipped over or whatever. Whatever's. Right, there we go. So those 3. I'm going to put that there and that there as well. Right, so we need another one of those. Another 2 of those. And another 2 of those. Ta-da-da-da. Ta-da-da-da. Ew, get off.
swimming tomorrow.
Are we?
Yeah, I'm asking the question.
I think it's school swimming tomorrow, isn't it?
I don't know.
We're gonna have a look on there and see on Wednesday. That would be awesome. Thank you. I think there's classes of some description tomorrow.
No.
No?
They swim 7 till 9 and swim for all 9 till 4.
What's after that?
Better duck and swimming at 9:15 till 11. All right.
Yeah. So if we are going swimming, it'd have to be after 11.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't squish the kids. Here we go. That's 4 of those done. Da, 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 da. 4, 1, 2. Hey, pack it in. 3, 4. Right, there we go. So we get all those lined up. All nicely lined up. Or as nicely as you can get them all lined up. Oof, what's that? Right. And then we're going to start with our threading around again. It'll be all good. It'll be gravy, right? Need again a tiny bit of glue just to wet the dry threads where it hasn't picked up any PVA off the other bits. It probably would soak in, but we want to make sure. So it's all threaded down. Right, that's number 5, and now we're on the last one. That's very Simon dating. Right, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very exciting. Okay, that's completely weird. Okay, but that's okay, because we don't mind weird. Weird is good. Tony's going to scream in a minute, because I'm going to get the glitter out. He's looking at me all sorts of funny, but I'm going to get the glitter out in a minute. He'll be like, oh no, what are you doing, Simon? His face on it. Oh God, no.
Tuesday today, isn't it?
Yes, love. Why? Probably a good idea. Yes, probably a very good idea. Right, and this is the last one, and we're going to go and stick that down. It's all stuck. Hey, this end doesn't want to stick down, so this is the kind of reason that we need to stick it all down again. But not so much that we've got so much PVA we don't know what to do with it, right? Okay. So there we go. That's all stuck. It's all stuck down. Now, the next bit we got to do is stick these to this. Or the other bit you can do first while it's all drying is you can shape your little bits here. Now, if you wanted to have them so a little bit more pointy, you just squish them. Just squish them. Give them a squish. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Kind of like it a bit squished rather than a bit all out there. Looks too much like a flower else. And we're not doing flowers, we're doing snowflakes. Right. Squish, squish, squish. Squish, 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 squish. Now we've got to let them dry a little bit. So while they're having a few more minutes to dry off a bit, I'm going to have a bit of a break. I'm going to have a 10-minute break and I will be back because I need to stretch out my back because it is not happy. And then when we come back, we're going to stick down these sides to the ones that haven't already stuck. Oh. Here we go. Right. It's a little bit more PV on that side. So it needs, yeah, good 10-15 minutes. It needs more to dry, but we'll get it as good as we can get it. Alright, guys, I will be back in 10 minutes. Okay? So go grab your brews because I'm gonna. Okay. See you in a minute.
He's a moderator, isn't he?
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just needed to do some stuff, have a bit of a bio break, you know, that kind of thing. Right. That's why I said bio break. Oh, shut up. Such a tart. Right, okay. Yeah. Okay, so the idea is that we have to stick these together like this on here, which is going to be fun. Somehow we're going to have to push them all together to make our snowflake. So at this point, I think it would be a good idea to use the hot glue gun, but only for this. Hi! How are you? How are you doing, Beans? Yes, you're hearing my voice for the very first time. You poor thing. Right, I'm about to get the hot glue gun out because that's going to be the fun bit for this.
I'll go get the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, go get the fire extinguisher. You never know what might happen. I'm hoping this one won't blow up. That would be really good news if it didn't. How are you doing, sweetie? I'm making a snowflake, and we have just spent the last couple of hours putting together 6 of these and the middle bit for our snowflake. So it's taken a little while, but you know, it's worth it. Oh, thank you for the follow. That's really sweet of you. So all week this week we're doing different types of snowflakes. Yesterday I made them with paper bags, which I can show you one of. Okay, where are we going? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. So yesterday we made some of this type. Oh, bless ya. Right, so we made some of these yesterday. All sorts of different ones. We made 3 different ones. Oop. Just out of basic paper bags. Or I bought takeaway bags, but you can use like sandwich bags and just do them that way. So we did that one. Oh, we'll just look up Tan Power, darling.
God, you don't need to. I'm not streaming.
But he doesn't stream very often. So yeah, it's only when we can talk him into it. So I'm just heating up the gun so that I can.
This is where we all have fun. This is where it all goes.
No, because it's a proper industrial one.
It goes.
How old am I? I am 44. Yes.
Liar.
I'm 44.
Liar.
How?
I don't know. It's not say.
Shut up. I'm 44. I am 44.
You finish that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, darling. All right. And that's Tanny just walking to the kitchen. So there you go. Yes. So what we're going to do is once this starts leaking a bit of glue, so it tells us that it's actually coming out. Well, it is a little bit, but it's still, I don't know. Okay. Well, we'll see how we go. We're going to put a little bit of the glue gun glue on the end here. I probably can put a little bit more than a little bit. Okay. Put that there. Yes, please. And pop that straight on there. Aww. Mid-20 because of my glitter hugs. No, it's because one of my jobs is that I am a pixie. And every now and again I dress up as one. for events and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I do. I'm not doing the mini skirt. I'm a little bit not young enough for that now. And no one needs to see my legs. Alright, so we get a bit more of the glue gun on that bit. And we'll stick that right on there, like that. Now, be aware that the PVA holding the endy bits are still a little bit wet and tacky, but the glue gun should help with all of that. So we're going to sit that round there and that one there.
You done yet?
No, I'm not done yet. Stop it. Behave yourself, young man.
You done yet?
No, not done yet. Good grief. And a little bit more on this one. That one goes on there. Right on the end, opposite the other one. Then we're going to put, I'm going to get another glue stick out because that might be a really good idea. I've got a big bucket of glue sticks down here, which is quite handy dandy to have. Right. Oop, why is that? Oh, that's popped out a bit. Hang on. Oop, oop, oop. Let's put that there. All right. Oops, don't want that melting the board. So we've got that. Pop that up on this bit. Up here. And that in there like that. And we've got our base absolutely stuck together. I'm going to turn that off now, which is probably a really good idea. We didn't actually need that extra glue stick, which is fine. And I'm just going to put it back on its little hanger under here. Right. Let's put that back in there. So the next bit we have to do is ask Mr. Tanny if he's feeling very generous, if he will go and fetch me a dinner plate. Can I have a dinner plate, please?
Nope.
Why? So there we go. It's all stuck together now. Okay, so it's all very, very pretty and stuck together and all of that kind of stuff for this one. Like I said, it does take a little bit of work, but you know what? It's kind of worth it in the end. Trust me. Right.
Want one with grease on?
No, I don't want one with grease on. I want a clean one, you grub. Thank you. Grub. He's a grub. Right.
You don't want it for a rub.
Oh, behave. Right. What colour glitter are we going to use? Are we going to use the gold, the green,
No.
or the blue?
No.
Which are we going to use?
No.
Someone in chat, let me know what colour glitter we're going to use.
No.
Don't be do that. Don't be cheeky. Come on. He's going to go.
Shut.
Blue. Okay, we're going to use blue because Beam said blue. Well done, Beams. Right. Okay, now we're going to tip out our glitter on here. And we're going to make sure that we've got plenty because we need lots for this. Shake it out so that it's fairly even across the plate.
That cost me a £5.
What?
Not the glitter.
It did not cost you a £5. You big grub. Seriously. Oh my god.
It's a new word of yours. Grub, is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Okay, so we're going to put a bit more glue in here so that I can pop it across our snowflake. Let's find a bristle brush. Well, a bristle brush should probably be the better brush to use, I think. This one. And we're just going to paint the whole thing on one side at the moment with the PVA. So I just got to get it so it's all stuck. All has a bit. I won't ban Tanny.
On me.
No, I won't ban Tanny. Can't ban Tanny. He knows where I sleep.
It's not good.
Yeah, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, huh? Right. Say it quick. Right, okay. Right, so we want to...
Missed a bit.
Oh, shush. God damn. Really? This is hard enough. I don't need you being a dickhead at the same time, thank you. Seriously.
Hey, I'm
What?
not giving up my day job for nobody.
What, your day job is now to be my dickhead?
Yeah, and you know it.
Yeah, I know it. Right. Being a pixie is a job because it is the persona that I take for my work. I go to different events and stuff when I'm selling my makes, and most of the things that I go to are fairy related. So yeah, that's where the whole blue pixie thing came about, really. And I have lots and lots of friends who are also fairies and sprites and fire sprites and pixies and all sorts of things. So it's really kind of cool. Hopefully next year, when we get our home sorted and our car sorted, I'll be going to more things. Or we will be attending more events. Pixie fan. Yeah. You're a pixie fan? So, yeah.
She's a master pixie.
Not a master pixie.
You are a master pixie.
I'm not a master pixie.
You are a master pixie.
You're an imp. I know that.
Yeah, I'm a bit limp.
Imp, I said.
Oh,
Oh
sorry.
my god. Oh, far out. You do hate glitter, but you don't have anything against pixies. Oh, that's good. I don't usually use a lot of glitter. I use a little bit of sparkly thread from time to time, but I don't always use a lot of glitter. My clay work, I tend not to use glitter at all. I try and keep that as natural as possible. But when it comes down, some of the stuff that I do, I need it, but not all. So we just get this.
Christmas.
Yeah, because it's Christmas, isn't it? So, you know. Oh, seriously?
Let me know.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now, as you can see, some of the paper's starting to crimp a bit. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It sort of adds to the whole effect of the snowflake. It's like it's got its own little life coming to it, to be honest, because there's so much that I can do. But then it does its own thing afterwards, which is kind of cool.
Reminds me of me, old and wrinkly.
Thanks, dear. So glad you got my back, innit?
I said me.
Right.
Selective hearing again, look.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're just about done. Get that all in there. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to grab this very carefully because we don't want to get ourselves covered entirely. And then we're going to poof that down in the glitter like that. Get it in there. So we never talked about what you love to do and hate to do. So I'm going to ask that question to me and Tanny. Wow. I like doing all sorts of things. I mean, we game, don't we? Yeah, we play a lot of Pokemon as well as other games and stuff like that. Tanny's more of a gamer than I am, but you know, I'm still a gamer. I've always been a gamer ever since Atari first came out. I do like going and doing things that will teach me something new. Can't help myself. I'm a bit of a sponge when it comes to learning things, and I like learning all kinds of new things, whether it be skills or whatever. So this kind of time of the year, you'll find that on my channel, I'll be doing things that I haven't done before, just because I can, and it's something new. Right, now, I'm hoping when I pick this up, we're going to be glitterified. So give me a sec.
Crapping yourself.
I am crapping myself. There we go. Not quite. Okay, so we're not quite glitterified yet. Need a little bit more, but the general idea is this. Okay, so we need a bit more glue, it appears, on some bits. Kind of missed a bit on that bit. Tanny was right, I missed a bit.
Told you so.
Told you so. Let's get some more bits on that. So we don't want it to look naff, we want it to look good. So we want to make sure that there's plenty of glue for the glitter to sit on. There's a little bit distracted, so didn't quite do as good a job as I'd hoped. But that's okay. We have the technology to fix all of this. Right, a little bit more in there. So what you could do as well is you could get a plate, put the PVA on the plate, and then put this on the plate, and dip it if that's what you wanted to do. It's a possibility to do that. So here we go. But I don't have a lot of PVA, so I don't really want to waste a lot of it.
You do something.
What?
Have you picked that up?
Not done yet.
Yeah.
Let me get some glitter on it all.
I'm just
on the
trying
bits
to
I
make your life
missed.
a bit easier, that's all. Okay.
I think that's too small.
No, just pour the glitter into that.
Why?
Just pour the glitter into that.
Oh, I've missed bits.
Yeah, and this is what we're going to do.
Okay.
Pour the glitter into that.
Okay, we're going to pour the glitter into that. Hang on a sec. Oh, this could go horribly wrong.
It's not. It's going to go right. And I'll get you up another plate, actually.
Lots and lots of glittery bits.
Right, I'll get another plate. I'll wash that one.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is you lay that down and then sprinkle that all over the gluey parts where you need it.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
See where I'm coming from?
Yep. Okay. So, since we keep missing bits, and I want to make sure that we're nicely covered, I'm going to do as Tanny suggests. which is kind of a cool idea, actually. Now, what you could do as well, you don't have to do it just on the edges, because doing it on the edges is quite difficult. It's not the easiest way to do it. You could do it on the sides if you wanted to, on the outsides. Yeah, so yeah, hang on. Okay, we'll pop that on there. Yes. Yes, I do. Right. We're gonna get more. I don't know. Been watching more porn?
Yeah.
Okay, well that'll do it. Watch the cheap sites. Deserve all the viruses you catch.
I know, but they are good.
Yeah. Right. Okay. All right. Don't worry, we were just joking. Okay. Ah, glitter. Fairy herpes. Right. It's all right, sweetie. Just kidding. All right. That's one bit. You can see that it's starting to pop up a bit better. Right, we're gonna, whoops, get a bit more glue in our little pot, because we're gonna need a little bit more, I think. That should crack it. Right.
Where did we see them sprinkler ones from? There's no ones where you had sprinklers on it. I can't remember.
What, glitter sprinklers? Yeah, they've got them in Poundland, but the glitter is too big. It's big chunky glitter rather than sedate, gentle, nice glitter. But next year, once we're all settled, I'll be sorting out proper glitter, and I'll be getting the eco glitter rather than this other stuff, because the eco glitter is made from vegetable plastics, which means it actually biodegrades instead of going into the water system and stuff, which is far better for our environment. And it also means that if I get it in my eye, which happens from time to time, it's not going to cause me to go possibly blind, which can happen. And it always makes me, I have to admit, it always makes me cringe when I see all these girls covering their faces in glitter, because a lot of it, if they got it in their eyes, they'd be in big, big trouble. Glitter's been known to tear corneas and stuff, which is...
That's got a dye in it, that.
Which?
That glitter.
This glitter?
Yeah, it's gone onto a plate.
Has it? Really? Well, it should come off.
No, it's come off. Just wash the plate now.
Right, okay. Let's get a little bit of more glitter. This glitter particularly is just plastic. It's tiny, tiny, minuscule little scraps of plastic. Original glitter, silver glitter, used to be little shards of steel, until that became a major hazard and people got worried about things like that, because, you know, people used to get them in their eyes. And kids used to swallow them and they'd end up with a big lump of steel bits. So, yeah, that wasn't such a good idea. But then there was also like gold dust glitter and silver dust glitter and stuff like that. So it was actually made out of metals, which is great and everything. You know, like I said, until people started getting it in their eyes. Then they sort of moved it onto plastic, but unfortunately the plastics cause major issues within the waterways. And yeah, for fishies and for birds and things. So mostly the fish, because they see it as a sparkly thing and then they go, "Ooh, yummy," and then they're wrong. Right. Right. But eco glitter is made out of vegetable plastics, which biodegrade over time, and they're a lot better for the environment and for the animals because they don't get stuck in their gullets, causing them to choke and stuff. So yeah, it's much better. So I'll be getting some of that next year. It's just this was around and I'm pretty careful with how I use it and dispose of it. So, you know. Okay. I think we're just about done. That's kind of cool. Whoa. So I just want to pick this up very, very carefully and give it a bit of a shake. Just a little shake. So then we've got our blue balls. Right, blue glitter snowflake. Just kind of cute. And for a couple of hours work, and just basically Xerox paper, PVA, and a little bit of glitter. Or if you didn't have glitter, you could colour the paper, or you could use coloured paper, or you could even use pages from an old book that would otherwise be thrown away, or even magazines, or whatever. You know, you can use whatever you want, but it's, like I said, for a couple of hours of playing with glue and stuff, you get something kind of cool. I think
Finish it.
Have I done it? Looks like it. You sure I haven't missed a bit? So yeah, I mean, and you can do whatever colours you want, or you could just leave it as it is without any glitter on it. But I just wanted to have a nice glittery one, which is kind of cool. I like that a lot, actually. I really, really do. So tomorrow I will be doing other types of snowflakes in a different way again, using folded paper techniques. So I will be here at around 2. Around 2, between 2 and 3 o'clock GMT. Yeah, hang on. Okay, let's get that off as much as I can. And yeah, okay, so there we go. That's our little glitter snowflake. That's kind of cool. I really do like it. I'm really quite chuffed with that. So yeah, okay guys, well I'm gonna shoot off. I've got to go and do some stuff, family stuffs. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you, Beams. I'll be sticking a picture of it on Instagram later. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow between 2 and 3. And I will be here making some different types of snowflakes using folded paper techniques. So yeah, I will see you later. Bye.